What's going on, guys? Cinema World from Cinema Productions here, back with another 10 list for y'all today. And continuation of the video where I did talk about my favorite movies of the 2020 so far. I figured I'd do this and talk about my favorite moments. I definitely want to get back talking about more of my favorite movie moments, moments list. So I figured it'd be a one talk about. I want to talk about my favorite moments from the 2020 so far. Again, definitely not an easy list to put together, honestly, and clarify this is not like an actual list. I say aside from the last one I'll be talking about, which I'll say is probably my favorite movie moment of the 2020s. None of these are really any like particular order, honestly. I just think it would be fun to talk about these moments. So I hope you all enjoy me discussing my 10 favorite moments from the 2010s. Definitely let me know down below in the comment section. What are your favorite movie moments of 2020? So all that being said, let's get to it. And for the first one we will be talking about here is the opening scene in Deadpool Wolverine. Also, spoiler, this is not going to be the only superhero movie you will see on this list. It's probably about the superhero movies that pretty much gone down, but some, we definitely get some gems, and some have some incredible movie moments. And this is one of my favorites, honestly. Also, favorites. Also, plus, expect me to do a top 10 best movie moments of Deadpool trilogy coming away very soon, and on the X-Men series in general, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, again, this has definitely been a lot of moments, but I decided to put this one. Like I knew from this scene alone, I knew Deadpool was going to be like a special, hilarious, probably the most entertaining movie of the year, and it was. And it made me happy I did get to experience it in the theater because again, that opening scene in general, straight obviously we see Deadpool basically digging the claws of Logan, and then we get this hilarious action opening sequence in which basically Deadpool fights all the DVAs and uses a lot of different ways to do so with the corpse and other stuff, and has also emotion, the stylish sequences, and of course the fact they play Bye 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 by NSYNC. Like I think that alone puts this moment on this list. That they play Bye 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 by NSYNC, and yeah, Deadpool Wolverine is one of the movies where they Deadpool Wolverine is one movie. I think a lot of moments are a lot more enhanced by the music. Like they have some of the best like music choices and uses of music in any film I've seen in a while. Like this is how you implement music well in your movies. Sometimes they'll just add a lot more fun and enjoyment in the movie. And in fact, again, I feel like every time I think of Bye 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 now, I'm gonna think of this scene now. That's how hilarious it is. So it definitely belongs on this list. And I expect to see high when I do my favorite X-Men movie moments. And now we get to my number 2 on this list. We get to a death scene, as of course we get a death scene, of course, some of the best. We get the first death scene on this list, and the first of 2 death scenes, I believe. So, or 3, I don't know. Basically, get the first death scene here, and that is James Bond's death from No Time to Die. Now, I have no idea what this is going to be a controversial choice on that, because apparently No Time to Die is a very controversial movie. At least it's a divisive movie in the franchise, from what I've seen, honestly. Honestly, tell me that I do love No Time to Die. It's actually my second favorite Bond movie behind Casino Royale. And of course, what I love about No Time to Die is how it pretty much does continue on with the story of the previous Daniel Craig movies, but managed to deconstruct Bond in a more interesting way. As may seem like he could be a bit unlikable at times, but it shows that he's human, and they do it in a very effective way. Here on with the storytelling and what he has going throughout the movie, and what he ends up dealing with and everything. Like it's pretty impactful stuff. And while you kind of knew that it was going to end with his eventual death here, since this was the last Daniel Craig movie, which also, man, this is probably the only This is like the only Bond. I realize this is the only Bond movie where it actually ends, which again makes that actually a lot more impactful because not surprised that Daniel Craig hates this portrayal of the character. What I've been told. Despite the fact that Daniel Craig does hate this portrayal of the character, he's always going to be the best portrayal of the character. Because at least they do it in like a more human and emotional way, which is also why I always strive for him. I always strive for the more emotional and human parts of movies, and the death scene in general is used very effectively here, and it's used very well. And it's very emotional, and the acting in general, it's pretty impactful stuff. And Daniel Craig hacks the shit out of this scene as well, which makes it pretty emotional. So it's a scene that will always hit me every time I go back to this movie. And now we get to the second death, and now we get to the second death scene on this list. And now number 3, we get to the second death scene on this list, and that is Aunt May's death from No Way Home. Yeah, I definitely might have wished scene for No Way Home to include on this list. I think I wish I had the ending as my number one, honestly. Honestly, and how I could have chose AMS, I could have chose, like, you know, the scene where we actually do see the Spider-Mans and their interactions with each other and all the emotions that came from that. The actual final bout itself. And of course, the scene where Andrew Garfield saves MJ, which makes that moment, it makes Spider-Man 2 where Andrew Garfield fails Gwen Stacy so much more impactful. But if I was to make any moment that hit me the most, I had to go Aunt May's death here. As you know, say what you will about Mrs. Homemaid's betrayal as the character, because I know people, I don't think she's gonna remember as, like, I don't think she's gonna remember as one of the best betrayals of Aunt May, honestly. But you cannot deny that the way this scene was acted, portrayed, and everything went on, it was pretty heart-wrenching. Heart-wrenching. That's when Spider-Man did obviously stuff like said Doc Ock, and the Green Goblin went insane, and then all the explosions happened. And it's just when you think she was going to be saved and everything was going to be fine. When she says, with great power comes responsibility, or at least in her own way, you knew, oh shit. But there's a brief moment where, like, okay, she might be fine actually. She's going to be okay. And then out of nowhere, she dies. Like, I remember I was in the theater myself. I was like, no, 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 no. I was a little like that in the theater. I was emotional. I really cried when that moment happened. Like, I'm starting to get used to thinking about that moment. Not mention Tom Holland acts the shit out of that scene as well, which makes that moment even more emotional when you realize, oh shit, what have I done? Like, it just really hits home. Like, definitely one of the most emotional moments in any Spider-Man movie, but also MCU moment in general. And despite the MCU being so up and down since after Endgame, occasionally they have moments that really do hit, and this is one of them. And we get to another MCU movie at number 4, and that's the ending to the Guardians of the Galaxy. Volume 3. Like, the ending in general, honestly, obviously pretty cool. Ends up saying goodbye, they all say their goodbyes, and they all go separate ways and everything, and then Peter reunites with his grandfather, and then everyone's dancing to thought things are over, and see everyone like happy and everything, even Nebula seems happy, and it pretty much brings all the arcs to a conclusive whole. And again, that's not much I can say about Anga, because it's an ending that really brings all the character arcs to a close. And yeah, whatnot is going to be the last we're going to see these characters. Again, that's definitely because you know how Marvel is, but well, not. It's still pretty much. It still really hits though. All the emotions, all the character arcs, what everyone's been through. Like, you really do feel everything that's going on. And not mention the acting and how it plays out. Like, this is pretty much a perfect way to end a franchise. And whether or not it's going to be the last time we're going to see these actual Guardians, like, I know that Star Lord's going to return, but it might be a different Star Lord, so we'll see how that goes. But, oh no. If this is the last time we see these, I could not think of anything more perfect. And now we're going to get to the first animated movie on this list, and we're going to talk about, quote, my favorite movie of last year, The Wild Robots. Which again, was my favorite movie to come out last year, honestly. It's one I can see myself rewatching so often, like most of DreamWorks best movies. Like, it's pretty much in my top 5 behind, like, the first 2 Shrek movies, Christmas Last Wish, and How to Train Your Dragon 2. So, like, again, DreamWorks, please be more consistent! And there were so many moments I could have picked from this movie, but, and I may be cheating a little bit, but I'm going to go with all the bonding moments from Roz and Bright Bill, because again, when you do bonding moments, I think it's some of the most touching and heartwarming stuff, and their bond is basically like the heartbeat of the movie. I couldn't pick up any single moment here, so I decided to pick all the bonding moments in general. So away from the interactions to teaching each other this and that, just being having just one of the most beautiful relationships I've seen in any animated movie. Really, like, oh my god, that's yeah, so it's unfortunately I didn't pick one single moment, but again, it was hard to pick one for this movie in particular, so I ended up going with just the bonding moments. And I'm going to do something similar for number 6, I'm talking about The Batman. It's another superhero movie, yes. So like the 4th one, actually. I didn't realize how many superhero movies actually were on this list, but again, when they're good, they're good, honestly. When they're good, they're good. And I'm just going to go with the Riddler interrogation scene from that movie. Yeah, the Riddler in general is probably one of the best aspects of the movie. Like, Paul Dano acts the shit out of the Riddler, giving probably, in my opinion, the best portrayal of the Riddler that we have gotten, like, ever. Going into more like a jigsaw saw approach, and does it actually a pretty effective way. Building up the tension, and especially a lot of the scenes, but I mean, especially with that scene with the CPR early in the movie, like, it's really tense feeling. And Paul Dano really acts the shit out of that scene. And that makes it look good, but that whole interrogation scene where you kind of realize who he was and everything, and interactions with him and Batman, like, you can talk about tensity to the F degree. F degree, it makes them just feel so chill boned and so, oh man, when this scene, but in the best possible way. It does a great job of building tension and making it like, well, this is why the Riddler and why he's who he is, and it delivers on everything it goes for. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to, and yeah, Paul Dano, you deserve your props. It's become one of the best portrayals of any Batman villain that we have gotten. And now we get to number 7, which is another superhero movie, and I think this is actually going to be the last one on this list, actually. And I'm talking about The Suicide Squad, which is by landslide the best movie in the DCU. Hey, he's got some good movies out of the universe, and we've got one that's probably my favorite superhero movies of all time. Miles better than the 2016 movie, and there was so many great moments with this movie, but I knew the one I was going to pick was going to be the Rick Flag versus Peacemaker battle from that movie. Basically, the team obviously Rick Flag sees what's going on and doesn't want the mission to continue, but Peacemaker decides he wants to continue his mission and do what he wants to do, and then he Rick Flag end up fighting, and the fight scene in general is great. Like James Gunn really does know how to deliver pure great action. And you have the direction, the actual fight between Rick Flag and Peacemaker, and the choreography. And the fact that it actually ends with Rick Flag himself getting killed, I'm pretty sure nobody saw that coming, honestly. Especially they actually show actual scene of him stabbing his heart. It's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure nobody saw that coming. Like, holy shit, they actually killed him. What? So yeah, it's all my favorite moment on this. One of my favorite moments of 2010s, but it's also one of my favorite moments. It's probably my favorite moment of DCU in general, and it's probably the universe because I'm down those great moments. I think I actually did a list actually. I'll never guess want to check that out, but yeah, I knew this one was gonna make it somewhere on this list. And now we get the last 3 moments on this list, and honestly, these last 3 moments actually are animated movies actually. Yeah. Anyway, I mean, also my animation hits the hit actually. But then, the next one I'm talking about is the ending to Soul. Like, I knew Soul was going to make it somewhere on this list. It's one of the best Pixar movies in my opinion. These are the most mature Pixar movies that we have gotten. I felt like it was one of the movies that was like right there at the right time for me. Considering the themes it tells about life and trying to make every minute count and trying to make a second count. Realize you probably might have not wasted too much or things might not be as life altering as you think it might be. And again, considering it was like into COVID and everything, like, you really do feel it. So, of course, it's based on everything to web basis. So, based on one Joe basically forms a jazz club and you realize, oh, I'm not fulfilled as I thought I was going to be. Then it's returning to the zone and trying to turn 22's badge or when it was completed, and you know, all that stuff was like I don't know purpose and everything, and oh my god, again, that message itself, when it's done well, it's one of the most relatable things ever. Because I mean, we all felt that way in life, and that alone in general makes Simone on this list. And then when Joe Bethany went beyond, he has another chance in life. Then we see Joe turn to his body and going for the right way and everything. So, yeah. There's a lot of emotion and a lot of real stuff. And when Pixar delivers messages the right way, they do it so spectacularly. And this, my friends, is no exception. Now again, now we get to second to last one on this list, and we got another Pixar. Now we get to another Pixar movie, and that is Inside Out 2. Yes, again, there was definitely a bit between this and a lot of moments, but I said, of course, couldn't see it basically, like, Riley's about to have an anxiety attack, and then the thoughts end up going to his head, and then Joey then wants just to hug anxiety, to calm himself down. Basically, that scene in general. Because again, when Pixar does relatable shit well, they do it so well. Even many years later, in spite of that, Pixar is definitely up and down. I'm not denying that. But when they hit, they really hit. And then, like I explained, so and that's definitely true here. Which was exciting, being one of the most relatable themes in any movie, period. It's playing like random dots and random things, and we can see Riley like really on the verge of having like an actual anxiety attack during a hockey game, and then see all that stuff happening, and seeing Joey calm down by hugging him, and everyone hugging him as well, like, and all the music and the emotion in that scene, like, it's basically hits so much like that Riley crying scene in Inside Out, which is one of my favorite anime scenes of all time. And when it gets to that level, you know it does it well. But now we get to the last moment on this list, number 10. And I don't think this actually is my favorite moment in general of 2020 so far. Again, if you guys did see my top 10 best favorite movies of 2020 so far, I think you shouldn't be surprised this moment on this is actually number 1 actually. As of course, again, it's Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, which again, I am still shocked this movie is basically one of the best, probably my favorite movie of 2021 so far. I'm pretty sure nobody expected it. Again, this movie, but this thing I'm talking about, this movie still so many great moments that I could have picked, with the opening, the final battle, and from the villains, and the back and forth between the characters. But of course, I'm going with the anxiety scene. Again, I'm going with the anxiety scene, which it's the most realistic portrayal of an anxiety attack I have ever seen. It's from a freaking Puss in Boots movie! Do I need to say anymore? This scene has been talked about to death at this point. So yeah, I don't think I say anymore. This scene is incredible. It's not actually an exaggerated scene. This scene is a very realistic scene. Like the most realistic anxiety scene ever. Again, this scene is trying to end at this point, so I don't think I can say anymore, but it's by a landslide my favorite moment of 2021. It's gonna take a moment really hard to beat that, actually. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed me talking about my 10 favorite moments of 2020 so far. Let me know down in the comment section what are your favorite moments of 2020 so far. Let me know any moments that should appear on this list, or they should be. I will let me know down below in the comment section. I am Simple World from Simple Perceptions. I will see you next time as always. Stay cool about it. Peace.